Alrighty, let's see. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Hopefully I don't have any of the problems I had earlier in the week, like on Monday, for the Monday Frostin' training group that we have. Right? One of my students made me this. I love it. This is my live with Frostin' cup. Let's see. Oh, I already have one person here, so that's good. Okay, cool. So I know I'm live. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Normally, I'm from Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. And if you like food or you're a foodie, you might want to check out that YouTube channel for fun. But today, I'm here for my own channel, Stacey Storino. This is the best place to go when you want to learn about organic content marketing, tips, tricks, techniques, and strategies that hopefully will drive more traffic to your business so that you can do more business. Okay, so I am totally open to taking any questions as you want. If you have any organic content marketing related questions, regardless of the platform, is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? Is it Pinterest? Like anything like that, I will definitely do. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for people to, question, comment, say hey, I'm happy to say hi back. If you're one of my students and normally I would see you in another group, you guys also know if you want, please share any sort of wins you have this week, anything that you're doing for your business this week, right? What kind of relationship marketing type of things are you doing this week on at least the top 2 social media platforms that are most important to your niche? They may or may not be platforms you like. A lot of my students don't like Twitter, but they know their niche is hanging out there. And Twitter can be a cesspool, but it's also the largest cocktail party on planet Earth. So at some point, every brand should be on Twitter, but it may not be your priority if your niche is mostly on, Instagram and Facebook, then that's where you go. And you'll worry about Twitter later, maybe once you've grown your business big enough so that you have a team and they can help at least repurpose other content from Facebook and Instagram to Twitter. That's usually a good way to start working into Twitter. If it's not a priority, it's not the top 2 social media platforms you need to be on. Guys, if you would, please hit that like button. YouTube especially loves it when there are engagements. So even if you don't have any questions, you're new or relatively new to this type of training, you don't know if you want to share yet, you don't have to share if you don't want to. But if you click that thumbs up button, that would help. This is also a free training. So if you know of any entrepreneurs who are like, meh, nobody ever does any sort of free trainings, feel free to share this link out, or at least my channel out, because it is my intention moving forward to do a live free training every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as long as tech doesn't mess with me, I'll definitely post the replay too. So if you're watching this on the replay, thank you. #live, #replay, guys. Let me know when you are checking in with me. I appreciate it. Okay, so while I'm waiting for any sort of questions or comments, because normally I see people checking in with me on the side, but that's okay. I will start with my training in the meantime that I have planned for today. So we're going to go back to basics. Whenever I get somebody who is like new or relatively new to doing organic content marketing, let's just say on Facebook or Instagram, if I get questions about other platforms, I'm happy to take them on too, especially TikTok. TikTok is still huge. Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, my family's business, is getting pretty close to having 500,000 fans or followers on TikTok. And granted, we can't ship our ice cream or our hamburgers worldwide. A lot of you who have online businesses, whether you're coaches, course creators, you're selling products and stuff like that, digital or tangible products, you can build a huge TikTok following right now, and you can do business. I have at least 6 students who every week make sales because of their presence on TikTok, and they may not have like hundreds of thousands of followers. Right now, you don't necessarily need hundreds of thousands of followers to do tidy business on TikTok. Now, some of the six have told me that people will start asking questions in TikTok, and then they might want to move over to Instagram to start sharing links to, shop through, or this is information for you to take. They kind of trust Instagram a little bit better in terms of security. I can't really speak to that. Even Facebook gets hacked every hour on the hour. They just have a huge team to try and deal with it super fast. So, there's no such thing as like a perfectly free, non-hacked, social media platform. That said, Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill in and around the Hudson Valley region of the state of New York, we get lots of people who travel out of Dutchess County into it to get a lot of stuff from us. And we will make about $1,000 or more every week just from the messages on Facebook, and a separate $1,000 a week or more on Instagram through the DMs or the direct messages. That's so weird. How come I'm not seeing my chat? Let me pop out chat and see what's going on. Facebook is YouTube is messing with me. It says new pinned chat. This is brand new, folks, to me. You can now pin a message to the top of your live chat for viewers to read. Click any message to pin it. Use the options menu to unpin. Got it. Oh, that's where everyone is. Good morning, Lisa Garrett. What's up? What's good? Let me see. Can I move my chat over? Can I move it over? Can I? Sorry, guys. This is like new for me. I guess I can't move it over. Whatever, I'll deal. Hey, Lisa Garrett, what's going on? Good morning, #live, Personal Space Creations. Good morning, #live. Sharon Shively, what's going on to you and the whole Shively clan, girl? Good to see you. Good morning, #live, Transformational Healing by Donna. #live. Ha, I clicked fast and got your premiere, which was going live at 10 for TikTok. Yes, thanks for seeing that. Gonna tell you guys, I'm also Monday through Friday, planning on putting out a video every single day, like besides this live or replay. At worst, I will have them Monday, Tuesday. I'll have the live and the replay on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, I'll also have videos that can help you with content marketing, especially on Instagram and TikTok. I know that that's what a lot of my students are talking about. And thanks to Instagram Reels, you can liven up an account that's been sitting there and doing nothing for you. And there's really a good way to safely repurpose without getting content strikes basic videos that you shoot for like 30 seconds up to a minute, and you can use it for both TikTok and Instagram Reels, and you can get a lot of growth and a lot of business on Instagram due to the Reels, like you would have gotten 10 years ago just with feed posts. It's true. Enough of my students can tell you. And then on TikTok, my goodness, it's still blowing up there. But yes, today I did put up a video because Monday I had so many technical difficulties. I skipped the the uploaded video that I meant to do for that day. So that got pushed to Tuesday. And so I put a video up at the same time as this live, just because I know 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, a lot of my students, I do have a global, student base, but a lot of my students can kind of get in and around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to watch things. Deborah Burkhart's here. What's going on? Good morning, #live. Stitchwork staff account. It's Jen Majors. Good morning. Hope you're staying cool in the heat wave. #live. Yeah, I'm not going out of the house today. Transformational Healing by Donna. Everybody congratulate Donna. She said she hit 100 subs last night on YouTube. Just chugging along with lots of relationship building and a sale happening this weekend. Yes, if you're new or relatively new to me, there's relationship marketing, which you should always be doing. There's straight up sales-based marketing. Sometimes, especially when a sale is live, you might be doing nothing but sales-based marketing that day, or just a teeny little bit of relationship marketing. And then there's some days as we're kind of warming everybody up to the fact that there's a big sale, or we're launching a product line collection, or we're retiring one, something like that, where you're kind of like warming people up, where it's mostly relationship marketing, say in emails or longer posts, but there might be a PS just putting it out there. There's going to be some sort of launch, and you're teasing it to build excitement for at least a couple of days to a week before you do your product launch. Or if there's going to be a product retirement and a huge flash sale or retirement sale, yes, there's going to be a PS, and you're going to remind people. You can't tell people something like that just once. You're busy. I'm busy. No one's cornered the market on busy. Of course, your niche, no matter who they are they're going to be busy too. Just telling them once, or just posting once, or just doing a quick email, even if that's all about what it's about, is still not going to be sufficient to really have people remember and stay top of mind, even if the sale's huge, right? So at least 2-3 reminders during the week leading up to, say, a weekend sale, for example, or a weekend product launch or something. You got to do it. I know a lot of my students are older women, and we've all been taught not to be like pushy or too much. But I'm telling you, I have students that go from not profitable to profitable, 4 or 5 figure, multiple 5-figure successes. And I have, within the last year and a half, 2 years, I have several 6-figure successes now who are students of mine who were like, oh my God, but they had to get comfortable with online organic marketing. Yes, as your business becomes more successful and it's fiscally responsible for you, I would definitely say to layer in ads. But if you're not getting any followers, any email list opt-ins, and certainly no purchases, those are the 3 big macro conversions when you're doing online marketing today, then I wouldn't be running money on ads, because something's not translating outright. And so we're going to talk about it. I'm going to get into the 5 content marketing rings. If you don't satisfy all 5 rings, you could be content marketing your face off, but you're screaming into a vacuum, or all you're doing is attracting competitors because you're doing one or more of the 5 rings or levels of content marketing wrong. So again, if you're one of my students and you kind of know at least the basics of this and you have other questions, you can certainly put them in there. In the meantime, everybody celebrate Donna, because hitting your first 100 subs on YouTube's a very, oh, and thumbs up, guys. If you haven't thumbs up this video already, that really helps me out, because YouTube will keep pinging more of my like 1,300 plus subscribers now. The algorithm will keep working to ping more people if you do the thumbs up. So that's cool. But yes, everybody celebrate Donna, because most of the, 3-4 billion people on the YouTube platform will not hit 100 subs. Fewer still will get to 1,000 subs. Of those that do on YouTube again, it takes them 2 to 5 years to do it on average. Now, I did it in 10 months. It can definitely be done. You know what I mean? And I'm in a competitive space when it comes to organic content marketing. So, it can be done. You do have to hustle up with it. You have to be at least putting up a video once a week to even be competitive at all on this platform. And when you're first starting out, and or you really want to get to that first 100 subs, then the next 1,000 subs, right? 2 videos a week, I think, to really get traction, because this is a very mature platform. I don't want you guys growing low and slow and then getting frustrated. I'd rather just tell you straight out that that's what you need to do, like 2 videos a week. And look at your analytics, because your analytics are going to tell you, and the Creator Studio or the YouTube Studio is like among the best on planet Earth when they give you analytics. Pay attention to them. See where you're getting your people from, see what, where you're getting them from, what time zones they're in. That will help you tweak things from week to week, so that you're not only publishing more of the content that your people want, but you're also more likely to publish it at times that are better for them. Right now, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, my analytics from last year and this year show me that's still good for me. Deborah Burkhart, good morning, #live. Oh, wait. Amy Lynn Blade, good morning, Stacey. Good morning, Miss Amy. Personal Space Creation says, got the thumbs up and shared. Thank you, Amy Lynn Blade, #live. Personal Space Creations, woohoo, Donna. Sharon says, been a little behind this week, still trying to get the hang of doing lives and adding in group posts and everything else. I almost forgot. Twitter. I know, Miss Bridget. TikTok is my next elephant. She's going to take it one bite or baby step at a time, which is what we all have to do. I'm just now figuring out Instagram and Facebook. I know, Miss Bridget. I know that's you right there. Okay, so I'm not seeing any questions in my chat. So let's see. All right. So let me do. Oh, and this is Bridget. Mom and I are watching on the big screen. Hey, Mom. Hey, moms. Hey, Darren. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Okay, so let me do the 5 content marketing rings for anyone watching this live or on the replay. If you haven't done it yet, #live, #replay helps me out. Thumbs up helps me out. Sharing this out so other people can see this live or on the replay. That helps me out, and it helps them out too. This is free training, right? So here's the deal. The 5 content marketing rings are great content planning, content content planning, content proper content optimization, proper content publication, proper content creation. So planning, creation, optimization, that's better, publication, and then multiplication or syndication. Hey, Tracy, what's going on? Hashtag live, she says. So if you're doing content marketing, you're like, I don't get it, Stacey. Like, let's say, for example, Facebook and Instagram is where my niche is. So I know to be there. And, I have a business page on Facebook for my business. And it's the name of my business, right? Because that's what people are going to search my business on. And I publish there once a day. Because if you don't publish to a Facebook page daily, that's going to be very, very hard to be getting traction for your Facebook page. If you're posting there once a month or very not consistently, people will see it and go, meh, there's not much going on here. And so you won't get people following or liking that page as much. You look at Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, we're like well on our way to like 12,000, follows and likes on there. And we really only got serious about publishing to there like 2015 into 16. So Transformational Healing by Donna, not bad. My first video went up August 26, 2020. So 10 months. Good for you. And I think at the rate that you're going to grow, I bet you, in like a year and a couple of months, you'll be to 1,000 because you're more advanced, Donna. So you understand. And we're going to get into proper content optimization, folks. And this is where Donna's been getting better and better and better still. As most of my successful students are. They understand SEO or search engine optimization. They understand that YouTube is the second largest search engine on earth. Google, of course, is the first. Pinterest is the third, but they also know that Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, you can search for keywords, and especially on Instagram and TikTok and even Twitter, you can search on keywords or hashtags on those platforms. Hashtags are kind of useless on Facebook. They tried to make a go of it a couple of months ago, but I really didn't see that went anywhere. So Amy Lindblade says, I do not get Instagram stories. They disappear so quickly. I don't get why they're helpful. That's a really good question. So let me get to that. I will get to the 5 content marketing rings, but it's more important to me to answer your questions. This isn't all Stacey Radio all the time. As you guys know, I'm really all about serving you guys. So I have a topic just in case everybody's quiet or they're just giving me updates, because that's always cool for coaching, right? But of course, I want to answer your questions. So let me see really quickly. Juju Treats, hey, it's been a minute. Hello, hashtag live, finally caught a YouTube live, looking forward to content optimization, still getting my head around it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to definitely spend some time talking about today. So to answer Amy Lindblade's question, I get it, especially as an older person myself. I'm over 50. I know I was very resistant to Facebook 2011, 12, 13, 14. I was pissed at it. By the time I got into 2014, 2015, I started to understand more. And then it was like Instagram, and I'm like, oh, stories, who cares? They started with stories on Instagram because Instagram's owned by Facebook Inc. Facebook Inc. wanted to buy Snapchat. Snapchat has a lot of disappearing stuff, right? So Snapchat was like, no way, they even rebuffed. Hey, Stories in Stoneware, what's going on, Miss Andrea? Hashtag love. So, even $1 billion offer was rebuffed by Snapchat. This is going back several years ago now. So Facebook Inc. / Instagram said, well, screw you, Snapchat. We're just going to basically mimic your disappearing content technology, and they named it Instagram Stories. Totally the truth. Go Google it. It's fun. Heather Dupay, hashtag live, good morning. Miss Heather, make sure you guys give this a thumbs up if you haven't already, please, and make sure you share this out to your friends and family who go, nobody ever does free training. Guess what? Here I am, right? I'm here. So I will answer their questions, address their concerns as best I can about organic content marketing. So Instagram Stories. Amy, hey, Onika, what's going on? She says, hashtag live, good morning. So So, Amy, I understand your concern about Instagram stories. Why do I have to do that as an adult? And certainly, why do I have to do it for my business Instagram account? And I acknowledge it's hard to even remember to do Instagram stories. We're not perfect with it at Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, but we will often do it. But it's kind of a best practice to do it, because here's why you want to do it. And then I'll quickly give you some ideas about what you can do at least once a day to get up on the board. When you are on Instagram, and you guys are welcome to check this out along with me. I'll try and show it on the screen in dark mode, but when you're on Instagram, let's see. Okay. Oh, there's something new. I got to check this out. So Instagram stories, as you may know, shows up on top. It's kind of like the top shelf on the home screen when somebody first opens the app or returns to the app. This is very important real estate. The account holder, their little icon for their Facebook, their Instagram account is going to be to the leftmost corner. And people, like say in America, they read from most places in the world, but not all of them. They read from left to right. So they're going to start with their own icon. It's kind of a reminder to them to post to their Instagram story too, if they haven't. And then there's everybody else, right? Because you can kind of keep scrolling along, right? So when you first publish a piece of content to your Instagram story, Amy, and everybody else who's like, I don't understand why they're important, you will show up for a period of time right next to the icon for every follower's account up top that's following you. And whether they super engage with your stuff or not, you will tend to be like right up next to them after you've published. Now, other people are going to be publishing content to their Instagram story as well. So eventually they're going to be booted next to the person, and you're going to, eventually that piece of Instagram story content, your Instagram story, I should say, will go further and further down the line as more and more people post a piece of content to their Instagram story. However, say you're like, okay, I'm going to commit to posting to my Instagram story around 3 times a day. That's my goal. Once around every meal. I'm eating a meal or I'm about to eat a meal. That's my reminder that before, during, or after my meal, I'm going to post a quick piece of Instagram story content, right? As soon as you do that, you will be booted back next to the leftmost icon, which again is your follower's own icon. So they're going to see you again. And then, you don't publish anything else for the rest of the day. It's going to work its way down as more people publish and they get to be booted right next to the person. So when you do it like 3 times a day, which I say is like an ideal, I know a lot of you are busy and I know a lot of you have families and you may have other jobs or side hustles too. So I don't say this lightly, but when you publish a quick piece of Instagram story content around 3 times a day, you remain more top of mind with people who may not even be super engaged with your stuff otherwise. So, you don't have to do more than 1 quick piece of Instagram story content for each time around each meal approximately. And you're kind of time-lapsing your stuff throughout the day. Don't do 3 pieces of Instagram story content all at once, because that's only going to count as like 1 boot next to the person. Does this make sense? You guys let me know in the comments down below if this makes sense, because if it doesn't make sense, this is important and I want to make sure that you guys understand. So what piece of Instagram story content would you do? Are you just going to be sharing your meals 3 times a day? You're an entrepreneur, you're trying to get sales. I'm not saying that once in a blue you can't go like, this is my morning coffee, I'm a hardworking entrepreneur, this is what I'm doing to warm up to do work for the day. Occasionally you can do stuff like that. People need to know that the maker's a human being just like them. But you could be showing behind the scenes as you're making something, or behind the scenes as you're packing something to ship it out. You could share like a quick piece of like a tip having to do with the intersecting interests that would bring somebody to a business like yours. You could tease, you could blur out images or cover things partially with like stickers and stuff. You could tease a new product that's going to get launched this weekend. You can remind people that there's a sale, right? Like there's so many quick things that you could do in the Instagram story creator. Just to put out one quick piece of content, you're done, right? If it's a holiday or a tentpole event that's important to your people, you should put a quick note up there, like Happy Mother's Day or something. You know what I mean? Does that help you? Personal Space Creations or Bridget says, so emails, how do you figure out when is the best day for sending them? That's a really good question. And I would definitely say to look at the analytics of your email service provider. They're all different. So they're all going to be found different places. Give yourself a good week before you start doing lookbacks at analytics on any platform. Even YouTube, you want to give videos some time to like bake. YouTube's Creator Studio or YouTube Studio is getting quicker and quicker at giving you more real-time analytics. And I know that's their goal to continue to do that. More so as time goes on, but I would still give things like videos might not even lift on YouTube, like besides your subscribers already that you have, like it will also suggest out your videos based upon how you optimize them. So we'll go back to the 5 rings of content marketing when I'm done addressing your guys' questions, but optimization again is key because it helps the YouTube algorithm in this example, like figure out like who else to suggest this video out to, right? Besides however it gets found in search, because there's search and there's suggested on YouTube, and then there's your subscribers who will check all or most of your stuff anyway. So trying to simplify YouTube in terms of ranking and getting views and stuff, those are the 3 main places. Your followers, your actual search engine optimization, have your videos pulled up in search, and then how you optimize with your titles, with your tags, with your descriptions. Keyword rich without keyword stuffing or spamming. The algorithm goes, oh, there's more data points, so I can push this out to more people and kind of do some more matchmaking. That may get you more subscribers. It should get you more views. But if you're just pushing out a YouTube with a title that someone's not likely to show up in search with, or you're ignoring your description in the show notes down below or in the description box for your YouTube videos, YouTube's going to have a harder time figuring stuff out. Yes, it can determine what you're saying. Even if you don't clean up your closed captions, YouTube can determine what you're saying to the level of around a 5th grader. So it can pull out what you're saying, and that will help you too in your video. But things work a little tightest and best when the actual SEO or search engine optimization data is clean, keyword rich, but not spammed, not stuffed. So with emails, the best day of the week to send them, painting with a broad brush, Sunday is never a bad time to do it. In most cases, that might be good, but I would still wait a good week after you've sent out an email on Sunday and take a look at your analytics. And I would also send out another quick email or 2 throughout the week, because you shouldn't, once a week to email your list is an absolute minimum. It's an absolute minimum. Multiple 6-figure and 7-figure businesses, statistics show, go Google your faces off. You do not have to take my word for it. The more you email your list, as long as you're providing value and you've got the right people on your list, right? They're a niche that's interested in your business and the products and or services that it offers. And it's not always just sell, unless you're such a huge business like Macy's or Tiffany's. They can kind of get away with, or Estee Lauder or something. They can just email sell after sale after sale every day, and people are just used to that. But if you're not like huge like them, you should be sending out 2-3 emails a week minimum. Where if you put up a YouTube video once, twice a week, why wouldn't you let your email list know that the video is out, right? Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you email your list if you're working on something behind the scenes to get them excited, right? Why wouldn't you let your email list know that you're about to go live to do a trunk show and or to talk about tips, tricks, and techniques that will help them with their intersecting interests that would bring them to a business like yours, where maybe you're not in their face saying, and then buy my stuff, but you could show them how tips, tricks, and techniques to help them out with their problems and or desires. You can show them those things starring your products without being too in their face about it, right? Unless you're doing a trunk show later, that's a sale, that's a demo. That's different. But if you're going to do a live and post the replay later, why are you not telling your email list about that either? When you start thinking about it, your email list is 75% more likely to buy from you. You should be getting about 3/4 of your sales from month to month off your email list alone. If you're not emailing them every week, providing value, and then maybe emailing them also and providing value as your lives, your YouTube videos, even a really in-depth like carousel feed post on Instagram, that can be a resource too, right? Do an Instagram guide. They might find that useful. Like, let them, you've come up with a new tip guide or a shopping guide or something like that for the season or a holiday, and you're using that as an email list opt-in. Why wouldn't you just email that to your list? They're already opted in. Serve that up to them on a silver platter. Please do not be embarrassed about emailing your list. Even my advanced students can do it daily or close, and they actually have fewer unsubscribes and they get more sales. Go figure. If somebody's going to be like, oh my God, this is too much email, I can't even stand it, then you know what? They weren't going to buy from you anyway, and or it's not a good match. It's not always going to be a good match. It's actually when you're emailing your list less than once a week that when you finally do email them, they're like, who now? And then they unsubscribe. I promise you that these things are actually true. Hold on. Personal Space Creations or Bridget, you didn't like Facebook because inside you knew it would be the death of Vine? No, I loved Vine though. And now look at all the short form content videos that are coming out on TikTok and on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, and now LinkedIn's doing it. Like, Vine was just so ahead of its time. Onika says, I've been doing Instagram stories for the past 3 consistently about 5 to 6 times a day. The stories have been about getting my house ready for a birthday lunch with my mother-in-law. They pushed it out and I got 18 new followers in the last 24 hours, and I promoted my subscription box at the end of it all. I asked lots of questions in my stories and people interacted more than ever. Onika's one of my more successful students. She's also been in business for like 22 plus years. She was in business for a good 20, 21 years or something like that when she came to me, and boom, her sales went up. And she's one of those people that will tell you, and maybe Donna would even tell you too, that when they first started learning from me, they were like, oh, all this content marketing, all those emails, like, won't that freak people out? That's so much work. Like, isn't that too much? I can't do all of these things. There's too many learning curves. And it's like, one at a time, pace yourself out, one baby step at a time. The older you are, the more gentle you have to be with yourself, right? Because tech might not be your thing. It's not mine. And social media content marketing might feel alien to you. It did to me for years, but it took Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill between 2016 and 2018. They went from, being profitable, but to the point where it was like barely so, and they thought like they were going to sell it. Like in 2015, they were very close to selling that business after having it since 2002. But between 2016 and 2018, with email marketing the way I teach and social media marketing, that we may not be perfect about it all the time, but it works. And usually we're very persistent and consistent. We follow through and stuff. In 2 years, they went from barely profitable to a 7-figure business. And that's a little tiny shack that's 756 square feet, one location in Dutchess County, which is basically in the middle of Ware, New York. Okay. It works. It works all over the place. Congratulations, Onika. I don't have much luck with stories. They get like 6 to 10 views at the max. Juju Treat says this makes a lot of sense. Try different types of content for your your Instagram stories. You can do a poll like once a day. You know, you could do a poll and ask people if they knew you had a YouTube video up today, if you put it up today, right? And then encourage them to see it. Or you could do a poll, did you know that this, you could even ask a question with a sticker on an Instagram story, and you could be like, for Donna and anybody who's like Wiccan, pagan, spiritual, you could be like, did you know that it's this moon phase today and you should be doing this, or what are you going to do for this moon phase or this solstice or this, right? Like, what kind of energy work are you going to do today? Like, people's favorite topic of conversation is themselves. So when you're doing relationship marketing, you're trying to stay top of mind, you definitely can poll people, and they will definitely tell you about their day, or they didn't know that you had a YouTube video up, or they didn't know it was a full moon, or they didn't realize that, you have a sale going on. You could totally, one of your 3 a day, ideally, pieces of Instagram story content can totally be a poll, ask a question. You'll get interaction. And the more you do it, and the more people are used to seeing it, like you might imagine, like common sense will tell you, the more over time you will get more and more people involved. Please make sure you guys give me a thumbs up. Please, please, please. That really helps. The YouTube algorithm will definitely ping or push this out to more people while we're live, and it will also ping or push this people out to more people on the replay, because the algorithm, the AI, or the artificial intelligence / algorithm goes, oh, there was so much interaction, more of these people might like it, right? So does that make sense? All right, let's see. I don't even get how to create the stories. Amy Lindblade, I don't think you're in my Socialgram shortcut course. That is the super deep dive course. And that will take you through a lot of the how-tos and the why-tos about deep dive Instagram content marketing, and how to use Instagram as like a sales funnel overall, from your bio down to your highlights, down to your feed. And or how every piece of content really can and should work like its own self-contained funnel. If you're in Socialgram Shortcut, Module 3 tells you all about different things that you can do, from even filters on Instagram, and different ideas about how to use different filters, to Instagram story content, polls and stickers and more. We talk about that very much in that deep dive course. In lieu of that, YouTube is your friend, my friend. You could go how to create Instagram story content in YouTube, and that can at least help you that way. I would use the filter option on YouTube when you do a search, when you're dealing with anything tech or any kind of how-to with social media, because stuff can change very quickly. And, just make sure that you're not going back beyond a year, because then things might not match up on the screen versus what you're trying to do, or certain stickers or features might have been retired and new ones in their place. So that's my recommendation to you. Let's see. So Amy, learning how to create the stories is really not hard at all. I'm over 50. I hate tech, and I can tell you right now, it's really not hard. Oh, Nika's really good about congratulating Donna on her success. Michelle DeHaas, hey, what's going on? Thanks for the reminder about TikTok. I just posted my second video. Hashtag not enough hours in the day. I hear you, girl. Let me tell you that business is a lot of work. The type of work that we had to do to have successful business may change from decade to decade, generation to generation. But if success was easy, everybody would do it. Everyone would have it. I know it sucks. Okay. I work for Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill in the background, uncompensated. I work my business in the foreground full time. And I have to run all the chores and do all the household cleaning and do all the cooking, run my son back and forth to things. I have a timer because I also run the neighbor's kid to things as well. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Plus I have to come up with new products and services too, just like any of you do, right? So if you're a product space or a handmade business or an Etsy type business, you're always coming up with the next product line collection. If you think your signature product line collection is the only thing you need all year long, probably not. That's why at least once a month, we should be having sales and reminding people that we even have a signature product line collection, but we also should be launching and retiring collections too. If not monthly, definitely once or twice per season. Or again, you're just not going to stay top of mind as a business. You're going to feel like a hobby, or there's going to be, the trail is going to be so cold in terms of your website, your email, your social content, that you're just going to be like, people are going to be like, who now? The trail is going to go too cold. It's like any sort of relationship that you have in person, right? Like if you don't talk to somebody more than, or somehow communicate with them even electronically once a week, and you don't otherwise see them or interact with them, isn't the trail going to go too cold? And eventually you're kind of like friendly strangers, and then eventually strangers. Like people buy from businesses and from individuals that they know, like, and trust. So that's why you have to do email marketing. And once a week is a sheer minimum. I don't apologize for providing value and selling a couple times a month, and neither should any of you. You're a business. You're not a not-for-profit. And as Donna said the last time we did a really good live, and she was there, she said even not-for-profits need to make money. So I know about TikTok. Let me tell you really in a minute how you can repurpose short form content like raw video in your camera roll so that you can hit Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts even. And you can do it like 3 pieces of content and cover 3 platforms in like an hour or less. By the time you get really used to doing it, it might take you half an hour for all 3, because this is like 30-second to a minute videos. So, we're not Francis Ford Coppola here, and we don't have to be. Donna says, thank you all. Andrea says, I use them for everyday updates like the to-do list and polls and countdowns for launches, lives, and content releases. Sure. That's what Instagram story content is really good for. I'd say 1 around every meal so that you can constantly throughout the day, like, be shoved next to, at least for some period of time, the icon, the leftmost icon, which again is your followers icon. Let's see. Donna says, besides the last 48 hours, is there a place where YouTube tells you what time of day people are watching your videos? I could not find it. I will post a link so you guys can see like how to do that. Let's see. Bridget says, woohoo, Nika, Denise at Devonshea Creations, #live what will we watch. Julie Denbo, yay, I didn't miss you. How are you doing? I'm doing much better. My health is a little bit more under control because even that was crazy. And then came the partner breakup, which again, it was nothing personal. Renee's just going in a different direction. But I got no warning. And then it's all like the other coaches had way fewer offerings than me. So we're still migrating more stuff over. Check in the Facebook groups and or check your email if you're a student of mine, because now I've sent out 2 emails that have more new login links for you as things are being transferred from Renee's ClickFunnels account to my ClickFunnels account. You will have to reset your login, but you still must use the email that you were using before. You can change the password if you want. You don't have to, but you need to use the email because the links will not open the gate for you to get to anything. It still knows what email you use to make the purchase. So, you have to do that. Juju Treat says, brainstorming ideas for stories now. And you should. Personal Space Creations, I'm planning on working on stories in July, then figuring out the beautiful buttons under my profile. Baby steps. That's what you have to do. Heather Dupay says, yesterday we received an invitation to have some of our signature products sold on Wayfair. Heather, your stuff's gorgeous and you deserve it. And I'm not surprised. Congratulations. Everybody congratulate Heather down below. That's a major accomplishment. Personal Space Creations, any data if shorts are getting more reach than regular videos? Great question. Let me give you that answer. Okay, definitely they are right now, by and large. Okay, they are. Because they're still YouTube's new toy. Number 1, any platform is going to give more of an algorithmic push or a greater weight or score algorithmically. It will suggest and recommend them out more. That's a no-brainer. I will tell you I will tell you. Hold on. Let me just get this over here. Okay. I will tell you that also YouTube really shoved shorts out faster than they wanted to, but that was because they knew they had to be competitive with Instagram, Reels, and TikTok. And Instagram shoveled out Reels a bit earlier than it wanted to, but it was more finished compared to YouTube Shorts. Because still today, some of you may go into your YouTube like creator and you can click and it will give everyone two options, like either like, upload a finished video or live. If you're 1,000 or more subs, it will also give you like a community like post tab, so you can post to your community like you would be able to post, say, to Facebook or something. And you can run polls on YouTube too once the community tab is unlocked for you. I think I was at 1,000 subscribers and like 24 hours later, I got the, that feature unlocked. Shorts, if you're in India or certain places in the world, they've unlocked the shorts feature to you automatically. However, you can search on YouTube about how to create YouTube shorts without having access to the feature yet, and it will show you what to do. But basically the video, it has to be portrait, not landscape. Excuse me, I'm just getting a little parched here. Apologies. It has to be portrait, not landscape. And once it's portrait, the video has to be like less than a minute long or up to a minute long. So 60 seconds or less. And when you do the title, if you don't have like the shorts feature unlocked yet where you live, you just put #shorts somewhere in the title. And then it's suggested again in the description or the show notes down below. And then like YouTube will still know to categorize the video as a short. But definitely search on YouTube for like how to create a YouTube short. And it's going to give you more details. If you're used to creating TikTok videos and Instagram Reel videos, I still don't think that the shorts features are as robust, but they work similarly. They all do. And being like roughshod or rough in terms of your shorts is fine right now. Same thing on TikTok, same thing on Instagram. In fact, the more crazy hyper produced your stuff is, by and large, the less well you are likely to do. I'm not saying it's always going to happen, but if you're like, I don't have time to do all this like crazy editing and stuff, you really don't. Not for shorts, not for TikToks, not for Instagram Reels. Don't go crazy. Use their onboard features. Do not have the video completely edited and uploaded, because increasingly they're like, nah, you didn't hang out in our creator studio for Instagram or the creator studio for TikTok or whatever to like, put on stickers or special effects or green screen stuff, but they're so easy to use. And again, if you don't know how to use these effects, YouTube's your friend. You can find a video on YouTube that will show you how to do any of these things, right? But yes, right now, shorts are getting supersonic reach over regular YouTube videos that are longer than a minute long. There's no one right kind of length for a YouTube video, right? It's as long as you can make your point without going any longer, right? So like if you can get your point across, tell a quick story or give a quick example so people can wrap their minds around it, and then like tie up your video in 10 minutes, then 10 minutes is fine. This isn't like 10 years ago where it was like, don't make your video longer than 3 minutes. It doesn't matter. But so experiment with YouTube Shorts, because right now they're getting supersonic reach. Google loves YouTube videos and Google loves YouTube Shorts. So increasingly, like you can rank in search on Google with a YouTube short video way faster than you could do it with a regular YouTube video or with a blog post on a website through Google. Does that make sense? Do you guys have any questions about that? because YouTube and Google are owned by the same parent company called Alphabet. So, Alphabet wants both YouTube and Google to do well. So YouTube's trying to be competitive with everybody else. Otherwise, it's going to be suffering from MySpace disease and seem like old fashioned and not cool anymore. So they pushed out shorts faster and rougher than they were ready to. But, TikTok's blowing up and Instagram Reels got everything out there and pretty decently. It was a little glitchy in the beginning in the US back in August of last year. We're not even up to a year of having access to Instagram Reels in America. We're just coming up on, a year in August, I think. So this stuff hasn't been around very long. I would totally create those short videos because anybody who's been doing it and have been pretty persistent and consistent about it, they're getting reach hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. Andrew George got over 100,000 with his business just blew up because you're more top of mind. People can see you. Then they go back to your profile on TikTok, your profile on Instagram, your profile on YouTube, or your YouTube channel, I should say. And then they're more likely to give you that first macro conversion, which is a follow or subscribe, whatever the platform parlance is. Then step 2, they're more likely to get on your email list because on Instagram, on TikTok, your one link in bio should really be to your email list. Opt in to save 20% off your next trip to whatever. With Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, we don't do that because we have a huge global audience. And I'm not going to be able to ship ice cream and hamburgers to Hamburg, Germany. Does that make sense? But like anybody else that's not food service, you should be, or, not a one location food service, you guys should be going nuts getting people on your email list. That's insane. Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill is going to come out with merch after the migration madness is over. I'm going to set up a merch shop, and then we're going to be like, click here to save 20% off your first merch purchase from Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. And then I will start capturing people for emails there. But any of y'all that coaches, course creation, digital downloads, products that you can ship that won't expire like food, oh my goodness. That link in bio on TikTok and Instagram and on Facebook and with YouTube, you should have that link in bio or something that someone can click on your about page or whatever in your show notes down below on your YouTube videos, your YouTube shorts. That first video ideally should be to get on your email list because once you've captured that lead, you can market to it with email and with social media and or videos on YouTube. Now you're more likely to stay top of mind with them. And no offense, it's not pushy, it's effective because Google your face off. I'm not wrong. That's how you get more sales. It's not pushy. This isn't the 1980s or the 90s. It's not pushy to market your business to people who opt in. If someone's going to raise their hand and opt in to get on your list, they are way more likely to buy from you than someone that's just floating around in the digital ether. So that's how you more likely get to that third and, of course, the most important macro conversion, which is sales. All right, so Heather, everybody, congratulate Heather. They're doing that. Yay. That's huge because Heather's been working really, really hard. And so I'm glad to see that that's happening. Onika says, packing boxes and doing your day-to-day work are great for stories. People will watch you do the most boring things. My issue is that I usually forget to film myself. Hey, Ken, show what's going on. Let's see. Heather says, thank you, everyone. Oh, Michelle DeHaas. Sorry, I got to bow out, but production calls. Good for you. Thank you for all that you do. I am very pleased. More questions, more sharing wins. Are you working on updating your website? Are you refreshing it for summer? Are you coming up with a new summer shopping guide or tip trick technique guide? Because my Frosties know that that's good to do every season. It might be a lot to do every month, but some of you, depending upon your business model and your niche, you can do it every month. Canva, not even Canva Pro, is your friend there. So while you guys are doing that, let me go through the 5 rings of content marketing. Because I have so many people that tell me that they do content marketing, they're publishing every day or close to it, and they're not getting any more followers or subscribers or whatever the platform parlance is. So they're barely getting any. They're not getting any or many people from week to week getting on their email list. They're not getting very much sales. Or if they are, it's certainly not due to their organic content marketing. Number one, please don't jump to paid ads, because if you're not getting conversions organically, you don't have enough proof of concept to justify paid ads. Even if paid ads, running them would be fiscally responsible for you to do, that's great. I'm not against paid ads. If you have conversions going, every week you're getting followers, every week you're getting some email subscribers, even if it's a trickle, every week you're getting sales or people at least talking to you in the DMs or the Messenger app, and they're curious, and you're getting closer and closer to closing sales, you get some sales, even if it's a trickle, that's enough proof of concept for me for you to start running paid ads, because then you're good at targeting your audience and you have things that are converting. So even if it's a teeny tiny baby fire, when you run ads, it's like pouring gasoline onto a little fire. It's going to blow up that fire. Yes, you should get more followers, more email opt-ins, and yes, you could and you should get more sales. Unless there's something wrong with your ad pixel or you're not targeting right, that's practically a written guarantee that you will get more business. But if you are not doing well with organic content marketing, it may very well have to do with one of the 5 rings or levels of content marketing. Organic content marketing, not paid. Are you planning out your content well from week to week, month to month, and year to year? If you're in Frost and Planathon, I definitely give you a holistic way to look at the year, and then business quarter by business quarter, and then, month by month, and then we break it down further week by week, and then you can plan out your calendar, written, digital, both, so that you're planning your launches and your retirements more effectively, that you're planning your sales and your coupons more effectively. And then, of course, your stuff can't just be a tsunami of sales announcements on your social feeds and nothing but product photos, right? That especially buy this on the product photos. Because, yeah, you can get conversions. I'm not saying you can't, but, you have to put more deposits into the bank of know, like, and trust, or the KLT bank, to make successful withdrawals from week to week. My advanced students will be running a sale or a promotion or a coupon every week, but they also have to do a lot of relationship marketing throughout that week too. Otherwise, it just sounds like gimme, 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 gimme all the time. Businesses can be successful that way, but you become more successful, especially as like a handmade business, or you're a coach or a course creator. You're selling to millennials or younger. They want to be part of a grassroots revolution, those demographics. They want to know the owner more, right? So, like, especially with Instagram stories, like, have a Maker Monday kind of piece of story content where it's like definitely behind the scenes. You could do that every day of the week. Like Onika said earlier, what you think is boring, somebody else thinks is fascinating, right? But you have to plan out your content marketing, both relationship marketing and sales-based marketing. If you're not doing that at least week to week, say you don't have Frost and Planathon, what can I tell you? If you're not planning, fail to plan, plan to fail. You can be busy, busy, busy. No one's cornered the market on busy. But, if you're not putting points on the board and you're not selling at least twice a month, then you're more of a hobbyist and you're less of a business. And I can all but guarantee you that the people on the receiving end are going to feel the same way too. The receiving end of your lives, the receiving end of your YouTube videos, the receiving end of your emails, the receiving end of your daily or close to daily social media posts. So you definitely want to stay top of mind with them, not just through Instagram stories, but elsewhere. And what was that? And you definitely want to make sure that, you're not always selling to them, that you're providing value too. You have to plan out your relationship marketing. You have to plan out your sales-based marketing. If you're like, Stacey, screw that, how am I going to do it? Because my students ask me to every month. If you're on my email list, you're going to get an email the first week to second week of the month. Every month, you're going to get an email where, I'm going to sell to you because I'm a business too, right? And it's going to be the popularity plan. And every month, there's a new popularity plan pack that comes out that will help you for the following month, because you do have to plan this stuff ahead. You do have to plug it in using Later or Hootsuite or whatever. Or you use the Creator Studio, you join your Facebook page and your Instagram business account together. We did that with Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. And you can do a lot of, planning of content, creating the content, right? We have to follow through with creating the content. That's the second ring out of the 5. So we also have to plan time to batch record videos or put on the calendar when we're going to do the live and then optimize the replay on Instagram or Facebook, right? Or YouTube or whatever, right? So you have to plan these things and put them on the calendar just to even create this stuff, right? But then the third ring is proper content optimization. Let me not forget about talking about that, because a lot of times I'll have people going, I do everything that you teach me and it's still not working. And when I sit there and I force them to parse out what are the keywords, what are the hashtags where applicable, like on platforms like TikTok and Twitter and Instagram, those 3 platforms, hashtags are huge. Other platforms, they barely matter. They don't even compute. Like Facebook and YouTube, hashtags, whatever. But keywords on all those platforms work, because Facebook and Instagram, even TikTok, Twitter, those are social media search engines. People can put in keywords and or hashtags and they can pull up content to binge on. So you're like, well, I'm using keywords in my captions. I'm using hashtags where applicable. Well, are you using keywords and hashtags that are more industry specific? Because I can almost guarantee you that's why you're only seeing competitors look at your stuff, or other businesses that you're not a B2B or a business to business. You're like, why are only these people kind of like subscribing or commenting or liking my stuff? Because someone that, if you're not B2B or business to business selling, hey, James Moore, what's going on? Hey, if you're not, thumbs up, everybody. Don't forget to give me thumbs up. Ask your content marketing questions here, okay? But if you're not optimizing with keywords and or hashtags that your ideal customer is searching up for content to binge on about the problem that they're obsessed with, the video games that they like, right? If you're like a video game influencer or something like that, or, something that is their interest or their desire, then you're not going to come up on their radar screen. If you're not optimizing at all, you may as well be screaming into a vacuum. If you're only picking super popular hashtags and keywords, some of them might go in there because they make sense. But if those are the only ones that you're using, you're going to be buried in seconds for search, right? Like especially Instagram, you can follow hashtags on Instagram. And on Instagram, when people optimize with hashtags, it creates like its own like account for that and its own feed for that hashtag, so people can follow hashtags, but they can't follow keywords, but they can search and bring up content on both. And Instagram has said the beginning of this year officially, keywords matter increasingly, and it's not just hashtags, okay? But if you're using keywords and hashtags that are too competitive and nothing but those, you'll be drowned. If you're using keywords and hashtags that are industry specific and you're not a B2B kind of business, you're going to be drowned by people who are just, competitors, and they're just creeping you, and maybe you can creep them back, but you're not going to sell to them. So what is the intersecting interest that's going to take somebody from search, I have a problem, or I have a deeply held desire because I'm a collector, or I'm a skincare freak, or I'm a fashion freak, or whatever. I collect stones. I collect, I don't know, cups or stuff. I'm always thinking about like something that's fun or something that's a passion of mine, or what problem are they trying to solve, right? And what terms are they searching up? What keywords are they following and or searching on? Because that's more likely going to get you in front of the niche that you need to get in front of. The more you understand your niche and their search behavior, the more you understand the keywords and or hashtags that you have to use for proper content optimization. So there's planning, creation, optimization, then publication. If you're like, too many hours in the day, I don't know how I'm going to be able to cover everything, having an auto poster really helps. I used to recommend Hootsuite. I don't anymore. I would use Later if you're trying to use, and I'm not going to drop an affiliate link or anything, but I would use later to try to, help me at least plan out some of my posts and some of my content. And then having your calendar for your lives and uploading your videos and stuff like that, that's going to help you make sure that you're getting that stuff published too, because you're making a commitment and you're going to keep it. What we don't measure, we can't manage. What we don't schedule is not likely going to happen, right? So the proper content publication, and then there's the proper content syndication. So how can you repurpose this content? And how can you drive more traffic to it? Email your list about your YouTube videos, okay? If anyone's going to get off my email list because they don't want 3, 4, 5 emails a week, even when most of those are value-based, and only every other week I might right now be selling to them, and I'll still be providing value too in those emails anyway. They don't like that. They weren't going to buy from me anyway. They're not caring to learn about the things that I can help them teach, that I can teach to them both free and or paid. So you know what? They're not my people and they're not going to buy from me anyway. Fine, get off the list. You should feel the same way. Any business, especially the bigger you get, the more subscribes you're going to get and the more unsubscribes you're going to get. Unsubscribes even every day once you're a certain size is not unusual. As long as the subscribes are bigger than your unsubscribes, you're in the right direction, right? Because some people, their lives and their circumstances and their tastes change anyway, and it has nothing to do with you. But driving email traffic to your YouTube video, to your live, to the replay, that's important. You could take a live on Instagram and then save it as an IGTV video and then optimize it. You have 2,200 characters in your caption, and you can put 30 hashtags in that caption. So you can get a lot of good keywords and then hashtags. Sure, you have to plan for it, like save it in the Notes app on your phone and then copy and paste it when your live is done and you're posting the replay. But a live can help you cover an IGTV video base. And if you do a weekly live, then you have a weekly IGTV. Better. You optimize it for search. More of your followers will see it and more people will pull you up in search. Shazam, right? That's one way to do content syndication / multiplication. And I will get to the comments. I see that there's more. But I will also tell you that, let me go back and close the loop from earlier. How can I? There's not enough time in the day, right? How can I publish to like even just a daily quick 30 to 60 second video to TikTok and to Instagram Reels and to Shorts? How am I going to do that? So your proper content creation, you're going to create, let's just say, a 30-second video. That's not long, and you're going to leave it raw and largely unproduced, okay? You have a mistake, you might edit it out, but basically you're going to have a 30-second like raw video on your camera roll. You're not going to edit it, other than taking out a mistake or something. You're otherwise going to leave it raw. First, you're going to upload it into TikTok, and you will use the TikTok Creator Studio to just put on like stickers or text or whatever. TikTok doesn't even give you as many characters as Twitter does for a tweet to put in a line of text. There's no big caption like on Facebook or Instagram or something else. You don't get YouTube show notes or whatever. So TikTok's the first one to knock out. It's super easy. Just have a quick little line, 2, 3, 4 hashtags. You know, you don't even get the 280 character count that Twitter gives you for a tweet. So this isn't that long and that isn't that hard. And the Creator Studio is easy to use. Go YouTube, how to use the TikTok Studio, how to edit TikTok videos. So easy, right? When that's done, you can put in music sound effects for TikTok. Don't download that finished video and try to repurpose it to Instagram Reels or YouTube. You will likely get a content strike, because just because sound effects and music on one platform is okay there, the other 1 or 2 platforms may not have permissions to use those yet. They haven't signed their contracts yet. You could get in trouble. So when you're on Instagram Reels, upload your still, the original like raw file into Instagram Creator Studio. And you can edit your Reels there. Use Instagram sound effects and music. If you can happen to get the same stuff, that's nice. Or get something similar for music and or sound effects, right? Put in your text, whatever little stickers or whatever, you're done. Go to YouTube. Upload the same raw thing from your camera roll to YouTube Shorts. And, use the YouTube Shorts Creator Studio. Use whatever sound effects, stickers, and stuff they offer you. So it's the same raw video from your camera roll, but you're going to be editing it in 3 separate places. This way, you don't get in trouble, okay? And or you don't get dumbed down reach because they are punishing anybody who's recycling short form content elsewhere. Don't think you're going to be smart and remove the logo or whatever, like TikTok. People were repurposing TikTok videos on Instagram Reels, and there were apps that could let you erase the TikTok logo. Are you kidding me? You really think that the platforms can't tell where the source code shows where this stuff originated? So, you're removing the logo, but you can't remove the source code that shows where this stuff originated. You just can't. So don't try to game the system, because you're just going to get dumbed down reach if you do. So you're going to be punished that way. And you could get content strikes too, because you can't use the music everywhere. But can you take that 30-second video and still super quick put it out on 3 other platforms and extend your reach? And if you do it on a YouTube short, you're more likely to rank up on Google faster. Oh my God. You're going to do a short form content, do the Holy Trinity. Heather says, I think where I got screwed up last month and part of June is because I had the whole year drafted up from Planathon, but then some sales and collections didn't get completed in time. I got flustered and lost, and now I'm refocused on just quarterly and monthly. Okay, that works best for you. That's cool. Donna says, huge congrats, Heather. I delayed because I was driving. Juju Treat says the popularity packs have been super helpful with captions for social media. Reading and using them has helped me learn how to write better. Thank you. Bridget says it's cool to see how the different businesses modify and use the graphics and the copy from the popularity plan. Love them. Yeah. Each popularity packed from month to month is $37. You get 4 templated emails. You fill in the blanks, you tweak them as you need to. 4 templated emails so you can at least get every week of a month covered. You should be doing more, okay? But at least you can get those bases covered. And every same popularity pack has 15 graphics that are centered on, at least for this first year, every major holiday or tentpole event that most everybody's niches are comfortable with and should resonate with most people. But also for the same $37, you get 15 corresponding captions that are kind of templated, that are also meant to get you conversions in terms of likes and or comments so that people are engaging back on Facebook or Instagram, for example, because then the algorithms are more likely to show your content to them more and more when they engage with you. Right? And then they know, and trust you more because those are micro conversions when somebody likes or somebody does an emoji or somebody does a comment or somebody shares or somebody downloads something, say on Instagram as a resource. Those are all examples of micro conversions. Those are still important data points for the algorithm to surface too. The 3 main macro conversions are follows, email list opt-ins, and of course, sales. But they all work in tandem with one another. The more micro conversions you get, the more involvement you get, the more deposits into the bank of KLT, then the more likely someone's going to subscribe or follow if they haven't. Get on your email list. Buy from you, right? People buy from folks and businesses that they know, like, and trust. And yes, millennial and younger are more likely to buy from home-based businesses like you than they are going to Amazon. Amazon is their last resort. I promise you. Yay, everybody says love the popularity plan, so worth the investment. My students ask me for that. I've run polls in the past, and I listen to my students as you should listen to your customers. Going back to Instagram story content, do a poll. Do a poll daily, or at least, a couple times a week to feel where your people are. Did they know that you had this? Did they know that you were launching this? Do they know that there's a sale? Do they know that there's an upcoming collection? Did they watch your YouTube video yet? have them vote or answer a question like, what are they most interested now? What do they need from you now? Because I'll tell you, the popularity plan sells all day long, and I don't have anybody going, I don't like it, because it's exactly what you guys asked me for. Because you're like, okay, I might have every single course and offering you put out, and I get it, but how am I going to be able to follow through on it? I'm a beginner business. I can't afford a team yet. Or I'm an intermediate business and I either can't afford a team yet, or I got a video editor first and I don't have someone to help me with my social media yet. Even my advanced students who are making 6 figures or more a year, or they're like super close to 6 figures, they're like, even if I have someone to help me put out content, I need them for other things and they don't have enough time to create it all. So even I'm using the popularity packs to get more points on the board, especially if I'm going to sell every single week as an advanced business owner. Beginners should sell at least twice a month. If you do less than 2 sales promotions a month, you are a hobby and your list and following won't be used to being sold to at all. You can do it too little, okay? When you're more intermediate, your business is growing, maybe you can start running ads if that's fiscally responsible for you. You see that those ads are converting. Well, then you go, oh, thank you, Amy. I saw you and Tracy and Onika saying, yay, with the popularity plan packs. But, maybe 3 sales promotions a month when you're intermediate, like you're growing, it's solid, you're getting more and more of a community around your brand on social media, your email list is growing. Yes, you should sell 3 times a month. If you're an advanced business, multiple 5 figures to close to 6 figures and above, and your conversions are healthy from day to day, week to week, yes, you should be selling once a week averaged out. You should. And you should be able to get away with it all day long. You're a business. Does anybody I know Bridget has a brick and mortar business. Bridget's going to tell you should be selling every single day. We do. You know what I mean? But that's a brick and mortar. People are walking in and out making purchases, right? But like the same thing online. Like, why is it scary to you to sell to your email list? I can't sell as hard as I want to right now because stuff's being migrated over, so I have to be careful. But in another month or so, you're probably going to start seeing 3 times a month from me, And as I serve up more and more value to that list, because I've learned they're not all my students. I thought they were all my paid students. So some people on there are like, I haven't bought from you yet, but I've heard good things. I'm like, ooh, why are you here? But that's okay. I'm not, what's done is done. But, I will serve up more and more value to them over time and put more deposits into the bank of KLT over time. And they'll either be happy to at least consume my content. That's good. It's not all about the dollar bill. But yes, they will be more likely to buy from me because they know, like, and trust me more. You know what I mean? But you cannot be afraid to sell at least twice a month. You just can't. Okay. Woo, thank you for all the thumbs up, you guys. Even on the replay, a thumbs up really does help. And when you're doing lives on any platform, whether it's YouTube or not, you should be asking for #live, #replay. You should be asking for, for people to like. If they can't even bring themselves to like the video, what's up with that? That's not a big ask, right? So they don't even have to type out #live or #replay. And you can ask them to share it out while you're live or the replay as well, because even the replay can help people watching and they can post comments and you can get back to them later. Don't see YouTube. I still don't know if they've worked it out, because this thing that I started with this morning, the comments came up in a separate thing, and that's never been done before. I've never seen that before. But I do hope they get to the point that when you save your live video, that the comments will save too. If for my people who are on YouTube, you're like, I'm not seeing my comments save, whether I dismiss or whether I continue to edit in the Creator Studio or the YouTube Studio, I'm right with you. It doesn't seem like there's a fix for it yet, But anyone watching this on the replay, make sure that you comment down below, because your comments will stay, and I will make sure that I get back to you guys. Oh, thank you, Denise Shipley. What's good? Your information is very valuable. Thank you. But if I'm not selling at least twice a month, why am I telling you guys to do it? And then I'm not going to do it. So every other week, while we're getting everything migrated over, and while whomever's on my list that isn't an actual prior paid student of mine, I want to show them it's not, relax. I'll offer them an olive branch. But I'm unashamed of the fact that I have multiple offerings, just like you should be unashamed, you guys, about live and on the replay, about multiple offerings. You're in business to make money. Why are you ashamed? You're not peddling smut or garbage, and neither am I. Anybody that's just like, too many emails, too much value, stop, well, then get off the list. And that's what you should be thinking. This isn't all Stacey Radio all the time. You only want to talk to people who are open to receiving. You only want to pitch to people who are willing to catch. You only want to provide benefit and value, free and paid, to the right type of person, right? So forget me. What I'm telling you still applies. If someone's going to make you feel ashamed because you sell 2, 3, and then as you get bigger, 4 times a month, that's on them. It's not on you. I don't know how anybody thinks they're going to get to 5 figures, multiple 5 figures, 6 figures, and beyond if you're not actively selling eventually pretty much every day, right? Right? Or you're like building up huge, excitement for your 3, 4 launches a month, but you're not selling absolutely every day. It does take a lot of work. If it was very little effort, everyone would do it. Everyone would have super profitable businesses. The type of work that we have to do to be successful with selling today is very different in a lot of ways than what it used to look like. But at some point, you have to understand, if you're not driving traffic to your business, it becomes very hard to do business. To get to the point where your business is profitable enough that it's fiscally responsible for you to run ads, like say intermediate and advanced, you got to get proof of concept, and you have to successfully sell at least twice a month to bring up that money, right? I mean, you guys, tell me if for some reason you think I'm out in left field. I just have too many successful students who in the beginning might have felt bashful, but eventually we're like, you know what? She's right. If I'm not providing a lot of value, I might get sales, but I might not get as many sales as if I built up a community of people who all have their intersecting interest in common, and I didn't seem like I was one of them or meant to serve one of them. You don't always have to be your niche to be successful, but you do have to have some sort of messaging about your business's creation story and something about you as a maker, like Maker Monday. It doesn't have to be on Monday every week for them to get to know, like, and trust you more, right? So you're building up a relationship. And you may not get a sale from everybody, but if somebody gives you some of their time to watch you, that's still important. And you can help people and have plenty of goodwill and maybe not always sales. But again, you're in business to make money. You have families to feed, you have bills to pay, you have dreams that you want to fund for yourself. It takes money to get there. So whatever kind of embarrassment or shame that you feel about doing that, I kid you not, do what it takes to get over that, because once you're out of your own way, consciously and or subconsciously, you will have no problem posting. You will have no problem sending emails. You will have no problem going live, and you will have no problem putting out videos once, twice a week, right? Because you will end up having no problem building a community, and you will have no problem making money and being profitable. That's all that I want for all of you. Does anybody have anything else live? On the replay, definitely do. Make sure that you post your questions. These comments might all disappear from the live, but I know YouTube's working on it. So So the next time I will have a sale will probably be in a week or so from now. Either all the migrations will be done or most of them will be. As more migrations are done, I will send out an updated list to my email list that will have all the links in them, including the newest ones on top. So actually, when you think about it, everything might not be migrated all onto one platform like you could with Teachable or something like that. I think there's only so many migrations we can handle in a year. But once I get to like the last link update email, I'll let you know that it is the last link updated email. If you save that email, you've got all the links. So even if you bought everything I ever sold, it's kind of all in one place, right? So that's better than, everything being loose. Does anybody have any other questions or comments while they're live? Before you go, make sure you give me a thumbs up. So when you go live, you're saying thumbs up or engage, or if you're on Instagram doing a live, if they wave back to them. Thank you, Denise. Your information is very valuable. I appreciate it. You want them to share it out. Every time somebody engages with your live, more people will get pinged while you're live. This is on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, anywhere. You will have more people pinged and brought to your live. Going live 5 minutes or less doesn't give any algorithm on the face of planet Earth enough time. So definitely budget at least 15 minutes to a half an hour for your lives. Give the algorithm a chance to warm up and to ping more people. And of course, from week to week, as you're emailing people, you're reminding them on social, and you're just doing your weekly live, one a week at a minimum, and it's same bat time, same bat channel, more people over time will show up. But also, the more engagement your video gets, even when you save it as a replay on any platform, the platform's algorithms are more likely to push it into the feed of your followers and subscribers, and are more likely to recommend it out when it's, or put it on the explore page or whatever per platform, so that it's more likely that people that are like your followers or subscribers will see you too. There's a method behind all the madness. There really, really is. It's all how many more data points can you get for the algorithm to surface. The more people who see you live and on the replay, the more with every weekly live, because the algorithm's watching you for consistency too, the more likely it's going to help you with matchmaking faster, right? Amy Lindblade, thank you for all that you do. Thank you guys for being here. All right. Thank you so much. If you are in the conversion coven, I think I'm going to do lives here from now on YouTube. So it's still going to be Wednesdays. It's still going to be 10 a.m. And of course, I'm going to post in the group and let everybody know. And I'll, of course, post reminders and stuff too. But it will be here. So make sure you subscribed. If you haven't, tell your friends and your loved ones that want free training. This is the place to be. Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys all happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for everything. I will talk to you later. Bye.